Live from KBAK-CBS in Bakersfield, this is Eyewitness News at 11.
Tonight at 11, thousands of acres burned in our local mountains, and now more evacuation orders issues as homes and communities are threatened. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Rochelle Murcia.
And I'm Dave Gonzalez. There is some good news tonight. Firefighters have gained at least 5% containment on that fire, as it's grown to more than 3,000 acres tonight.
We begin tonight with team coverage. Eyewitness News reporter Levi Harvey is at the French fire and has the newest evacuation orders. And Elizabeth Christian is tracking the winds that are driving this fire.
Levi Harvey leading off our coverage tonight. What can you tell us, Levi?
Dave and Rochelle, this is a sad sight to see tonight as many families are displaced and had to evacuate overnight and into today. Now I'm going to move over so you guys can take a look at what I'm seeing right now. This was somebody's home turned into ashes and to just debris, burnt furniture, melted appliances, and memories out here. Now I also want to show you that this car is completely charred and turned into nothing. You can see melted glass. And if you take a look over there, you can see hot spots. That hot spot is telling you that it's still dangerous out here while crews try to put out the blaze. Overnight, dozens of homes burning and people fleeing the Sawmill community area. Officials putting hundreds of people under evacuation orders. The speed of the blaze taking residents by surprise, turning many homes into nothing but ash and debris.
Yesterday they came down, they were panicking, and the people just coming out of up there just really upset and crying, and you know they just saw their houses going up right in front of their eyes. So, and there's just one little road up and down out of there.
Larry Sutton has been a resident in Sawmill for nearly 30 years. He says when he saw the thick cloud of smoke in the air and the sound of the blaze, it was nothing but terrifying. He says fortunately his home is down the hill, so he hasn't had to evacuate yet. But at the rate this fire is burning, he's ready to leave at any moment.
I don't feel that threatened yet. So these firemen do one heck of a job, and so far they've kept it up there, and I'll know when it's time to go, believe me.
The fire is moving at a rapid speed, burning more than 3,000 acres. Not only are crews on the ground battling the blaze, but they're also in helicopters dumping water.
So right now, just with this area, it's predominantly the wind and the direction of the wind and how it pushes the fire.
Bill Steers, Kern County Division Chief, says evacuating helps them focus on just the fire and not focus on their resources on residents.
Those individuals that are within the evacuation order, which is basically from Old State Road all the way back to Keysville, we prefer them to be out.
Now, I did talk to American Red Cross officials who tell me that they are getting some more people coming in who needed to evacuate. Now, if you're seeking shelter, head over to the Lake Isabella Senior Center. They'll be there all night for any support you may need. Near Lake Isabella, Levi Harvey, Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Levi. Let's go ahead and check in now with Elizabeth, who's been tracking the winds driving this fire. Elizabeth?
Yeah, Rochelle, so winds right now in the area are calming down, which is good news, but it is really keeping that smoke lingering into Kern County. So we're taking a look now at all of the active wildfires throughout the area. 14 to be exact, a lot of them happening in Northern California, but definitely close to home as well as in Kern County. We're taking a closer look at the French fire. Those details here, it is still about 5% contained, and we did get over 3,000 acres in the fire zone. We're keeping a close eye on because of low humidity in the area and wind speeds at around 15 to 25 miles per hour. And then we do expect some gusty conditions that we had earlier today. And again, hoping that the winds remain calm into tomorrow, because this is a look at Mount Breckenridge. That smoke all over the area. This is what it looked like from earlier this morning to later today. Not much different at all. Right now, temperatures in Bakersfield 77 degrees, so the smoke did help keep that heat at bay, but like I said, it's not helping with that air quality, and we can expect it to stay in the area like this. So as we take a closer look at those wind speeds currently, right now in Lake Isabella. We are seeing some of those red arrows, meaning 40 miles per hour, but for the most part, we're sticking in that 20 mile per hour range to 15 mile per hour range. We'll continue to keep track of these conditions as well as what's to come throughout the week in just a few, but for now, Dave, back to you.
All right, Elizabeth, let's take a look at some of the video of that fire. It's been burning for over 24 hours now. It broke out just before 5 o'clock yesterday, and it burned all night. And you look at some of these houses going up in flames now. It's burned houses, or garages. We saw a car that Levi was showing us a few minutes ago, burning throughout the communities that are just west of Lake Isabella. This hour, we don't have an exact count on how many homes have been destroyed by this fire. That's not unusual of a fire of this magnitude. Very often county officials take a little while. They don't want to get up there and get in firefighters' way, if they can even make it up there at all. That usually comes a day or two after things have settled down a little bit, when county officials actually get up there and do a manual count on how many properties have been destroyed. We're working on getting that information, though. We'll pass it along as soon as we do get it. Again, the fire has burned more than 3,000 acres in more than 24 hours, and containment at this hour is only 5%. I want to show you this map that will give you an idea of where that fire is actually burning. You see the lake there on the right side of your screen. The fire area is to the left of the lake, or to the west of it. These are the areas that are under evacuation. They include the Sawmill community, Waggy Flats area, Keysville South from the intersection of Black Gulch Road and Forest Route 26, State Road 06, S06, continuing east all the way to Highway 155. If you're in any of those areas, you're being asked to evacuate. There is an evacuation center that's set up in the Curtin River Valley Senior Center. That's in Lake Isabella at 6403 Lake Isabella Boulevard. Don't forget, for the latest updates, go to our website, bakersfieldnow.com. You can also download our app, Bakersfield Now. We've been sending out some alerts and updates about the fire and the evacuation points.